against the wall. I'm never giving up, I give my all. I'm never looking back, attack, it's in the past. Stand up, stand up, stand up. You ain't ready for me. Give me your best shot, the stronger I stand. Not looking for sympathy. What doesn't kill me makes me who I am. A soldier fights till he's free. You ain't ready for me. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for me. A little bit of hope, a little bit of hurt, a little bit of get what you deserve. Driving through the mud and blood, I've had enough. Am I getting through? Time to come alive. Do you wanna live before you die? Hold on to your truth till you'll never lose. Stand up, stand up, stand up. You ain't ready for me. Give me your best shot, the strongest.
Hey guys, no introduction, you already know who I am. Let's begin. We pick up the scene in Sokovia where Quicksilver sees that Hawkeye and the little boy are about to die. Instead of pushing a car in his way, which was the dumbest decision in Age of Ultron in my opinion, he runs over there at full speed. And I think Quicksilver in that universe was around Mach 5? So, yeah. We're gonna say that he moves basically that speed, Mach 5, and he grabs Hawkeye and the boy, zooms around, and gets them back on the helicarrier. We then get the scene where Hulk punches Ultron off, off out the Quinjet. And here's the benefit of all this: Wanda does not leave her position. At this point, Wanda's there. Thor tells her it's time to go. That's when Quicksilver comes back, grabs his sister like he promised, and he dips. He dips. Yeah, he just dips. Like, see ya, Gotti. Like, see ya, Gazi. You know, gives a funny quote to Thor, some sort of thing. Like, see ya, Gotta Thunder, see ya, Blondie. And then Thor's like, I could throw this hammer at him. Nobody would know. So, you know, Quicksilver gets back to the shit with Wanda. Iron Man and Thor, you know, Iron Man softens it up. Thor hammers it in just to, Iron Man reduces the blast radius, basically. And Thor destroys Sokovia. Yeah. We then get that whole scene where Ultron in his prime body still, because I'm betting it probably would have survived the explosion. Only now, just a lot more scuffled. Sorry about that. Tongue twist. Just a lot more scuffled and a lot more damaged. Vision comes down and he's like, I'm very disappointed in you. You're gonna have to die anyway. Mind Gem. Boom. Kills Ultron like usual. We then get the same scene where Iron Man and Cap are still on about Thor's hammer. You know, if Vision can lift a hammer and the elevator can lift the hammer, he's still not worthy. And it's like, really? You guys are still on this right now? Like, really? You guys can't give it a break, like, at all right now? Like, nope. No time soon. Elevator's not worthy. Like, oh, jeez. So, you know, Thor leaves to discover, you know, what's been happening. That's where you get, you know, Thor Ragnarok, all that goodness. And, you know, we're at the end of the movie. You know, at the end of Age of Ultron, where, you know, Cap is about to pull a fast one, and we see Quicksilver in a new suit. We see Falcon show up, War Machine show up, Scarlet Witch fly down, you see Vision in the back, and then you see Quicksilver zoom in with probably a real cool suit designed by whoever works at S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Avengers base or whatever. So, yeah, real cool S.H.I.E.L.D., real cool stuff, and everything else. So, yeah. He gets a real cool suit, and Cap says, Avengers, cuts off. Avengers Ascent. Nope. You're not getting that. No. So let's talk about that lineup real quick. We have Captain America, Black Widow, Falcon, War Machine, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Quicksilver. Woo-wee! Now that is a lineup I'd definitely be afraid of. War Machine and Vision the Muscle, the aerial advantage and skill of Falcon, the speed of Quicksilver, and the mind hacks of Wanda with the leadership of Captain America and Black Widow. Now that would be amazing. So let's get a little, little montage. We get a scene where, or not a scene, I guess you could say like a mini comic. We see Quicksilver and the rest of the Avengers training their powers, especially Wanda and Quicksilver, because they're the most powerful and the most popular characters there. And with Vision there, he trains to, trains his powers as well. Because Vision, believe it or not, was definitely what's it called? What I would call it, around Dark World Thor level. Still able to bust a Rainbow Bridge. He was basically Thor level in terms of the MCU, and in comics too. He was definitely Thor and Hulk level, one of the top 10 most powerful beings in comics, mind you. So yeah, we get a scene with Quicksilver. We get Helen Cho monitor his speed, because I love Helen Cho. I think that would be pretty good. She likes to analyze things, and I think Quicksilver will be a fun little project for her. She gets to, monitor his speed. So, like I said, Quicksilver, I believe, was around Mach 5, around Age of Ultron. Helen Cho mocks that every day he gets faster. Today he was moving at Mach 10, Mach 15, Mach 20, 25, 30. Then I think we will have him around Mach 100 by the time Civil War kicks around. Maybe even faster than that. Let's make him the same speed as X-Men's Quicksilver, which was around Mach, I think it was Mach 800. I think so. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But he was around that type of speed. He was definitely faster than the speed of sound, and one of the fastest characters in all of fiction, basically. He's definitely faster than Captain Marvel in terms of travel speed, straight up raw speed. Moving through space versus actual running is a very big difference, So Quicksilver would definitely be the fastest being in the MCU. Definitely approaching that level, and would definitely be relative and definitely equal to his X-Men counterpart. So, I say a lot. So, sorry about that. So, we would have, I also say so a lot. Jeez. Okay. We have Abomination in the MCU still, and that's going to be our main focus. We have Abomination rampaging around the city, and Cap gets a call from Thunderbolt Ross that it's actually happening. So Ross would probably be like, Abomination escaped his cell, somehow swam all the way from his prison, because Ross did have that floating prison in Civil War. I think that would be pretty cool to see that for the first time in the mini comic instead of seeing it in Civil War. So he has this, that floating fortress. Abomination somehow got out, swam to shore, and he got a couple days of rest, and now he's rampaging. Let's just say that, okay? So we have that, and we have Abomination rampaging. Cap and the Avengers arrive in a Quinjet, and then he's like, okay, so here's the idea. Me and Widow are going to get the civilians out of here. Quicksilver, Vision, War Machine, Wanda, and Falcon, I need you guys to hold off Abomination until the civilians are clear. From there on, we'll do this, and that, okay? And then we'll take down Abomination. Everyone goes like, right, break. The Quinjet lands basically away from the battlefield. Quicksilver grabs Wanda and basically zips on over there. He drops Wanda a few feet away from Abomination while he and Vision basically do the physical work. We see Quicksilver basically bouncing around Abomination, dodging his blows. Abomination tries to make a hit. Nope, doesn't connect. Does another one. Nope, doesn't get. Smashes to the ground. Quicksilver runs up a building, twists in the air, comes back down that building, and then rocks Abomination in the jaw. I actually think he would have been able to do this, considering that he was able to stagger Thor with his blows. You can also say Thor is more durable than Abomination, so he's definitely going to hurt Abomination with his blows. Vision goes in, tackles Abomination into a building, smashing him around, and then, sending him flying with his attacks as well. Abomination gets up and deploys a thunderclap, sending them both flying backwards. Falcon catches Quicksilver, puts him down. Quicksilver goes back and running. Falcon goes up, tries his attempts, and starts bombarding and shooting Abomination with his guns. War Machine gets there as well and does the same thing, tag teaming with Falcon. It's pretty much, hitting him from all angles. This is where we get a somewhat similar scene to Infinity War with Cole Obsidian versus Iron Man. Abomination grabs a car and starts throwing. He starts throwing cars, even chunks of the ground at Falcon and War Machine. Now, we already know Falcon is more agile in the air than War Machine. That's why he was able to pretty much outmaneuver and outpace Iron Man and War Machine at the same time in the air, which is definitely a high-end feat in terms of speed and mobility. So, yeah, that would also mean Falcon is able to pretty much outmaneuver Abomination, and War Machine gets hit by a car or some rock or some giant boulder from the ground or whatever. Basically, he throws something, he gets hit because Abomination is now getting desperate to, beat this team. This is when more cars start flying at Abomination out of the blue. He's looking around, boom! Car comes out of nowhere, hits him in the face. Keeps going. It keeps coming and coming until he's able to regain himself, and he sees Wanda. Wanda looks at him like, uh-oh, crap. That's when we see Abomination charge at Wanda, full speed. But then, we get that slow motion scene where, like, Quicksilver from the X-Men, basically how he sees it. And that's when Quicksilver basically runs over there, moves Wanda, and then pushes a car into Abomination's way so that he hits that instead of Wanda, which is definitely would be a sneaky trick and a slide trick. Now, Quicksilver, it was able to move a car in Age of Ultron, so I think at the same level of speed, possibly, and since I said he's moving at the same level as the X-Men's Quicksilver, he will be able to do this even faster than before. We're talking about, so basically he's pushing something faster than at the speed of sound. That's incredible. That is incredible. That is just amazing, mind you. That's really amazing. So with that being said, yeah, Quicksilver would definitely be doing that, and Abomination hits the car. That's when Vision comes in with a dive bomb, double, that Superman tackle type of stuff. He hits him with that double fist, and boom, Abomination goes flying again. This is when Cap and Widow come back, and it's like, alright, Avengers, pour it on. We get a combined assault from the Avengers. Wanda throwing stuff at Abomination, Vision and Quicksilver going in physically. We get a good shot or a good comic drawing of basically Quicksilver bouncing around Abomination, landing multiple dozens of blows. We even get a rapid punch sequence. That's what I would love to see. Him being able to do, the rapid fist. Basically, we could say he lands 100 blows. Like in the comics, he's able to do that in the comics anyway. So yeah, he's able to land 100 blows or whatever. But we get that kind of scene where he's basically, an after image all around Abomination and stuff. Sorry, stuttered. All right. Okay. So basically, we get that scene. Sorry, I was talking to my dad and stuff. Hope you guys, don't bother me or bash me about that. Sorry about that. So, yeah, we get that scene where Quicksilver is basically bouncing around Abomination like a basketball, like doom, 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 doom. We get Falcon and War Machine placing their shots very precisely, and we could definitely I could definitely see War Machine going in there, basically tackling repulsor blasts, getting them good shots in on Abomination. We even get Falcon drop kicking and staggering Abomination, Captain America throwing his shield or getting in close and shield bashing him. And Black Widow definitely keeping her distance along with Wanda and shooting him. That's when Vision tells Quicksilver to pull back, and he deploys the Mind Gem. And this is where it begins to end. This is where it basically goes bad and worse for Abomination. They hammer him at this point. Quicksilver is definitely looking back. Like, you know what? I think I'm going to throw some things instead. He grabs whatever he can find, starts throwing it at super speeds or whatever. Chairs, car parts, car doors, stuff that he can throw really fast and just to contribute to the team. Falcon and everyone else. Captain America pulls back, starts throwing that shield, basically like how we did from Age of Ultron, bouncing it back. Everyone's just overwhelming Abomination at this point. Abomination is not getting a foothold because as soon as he tries something, Cap tells Quicksilver and Vision to make sure he does not move from that position. So we see Quicksilver, bouncing around Abomination, then going back and to start throwing stuff. We see Vision making sure he doesn't get up. He probably stops the Mind Gem for a little bit, goes in, punches him, goes back, Mind Gem. I keep saying Soul Gem, sorry. So he uses the Mind Gem, goes back to that. We get War Machine making sure he doesn't move to that position. In fact, I would say Cap tells War Machine to go above him and just hammer this dude with everything you got. Drop the bombs on him. Drop the missiles on him. Hit him with everything you got. And at the end of the day, the Avengers win this fight. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'm definitely doing a part 2 because I enjoyed making this myself. And this little mini comic series explaining how fast Quicksilver gets, to the point where the X-Men Quicksilver does. So comment down below, like, subscribe, and share with your friends.